Good day, everyone. Our topic is all about properties of real numbers, and properties of real numbers is under in algebra. So, I am Charles Dene Aquino from VS Ed Math 3B. So, before we start in our topic, so we have a quotation. A winner is a dreamer who never gives up and always think that. And the quotation, ang quotation is galing siya kay Nelson Mandela. So, let's proceed to our topic. So, the properties of real numbers. So, first in the properties of real numbers is closure property for addition. Second, closure property for multiplication. Third, associative property for addition. And fourth, associative property for multiplication. Fifth, commutative property for addition. 6. Commutative property for multiplication. 7 is the distributive property. 8 is identity property for addition. 9. Identity property for multiplication. And 10. Inverse property for addition. 11. Inverse property for multiplication. That are the properties of real numbers.
So, start tayo sa may pinakaunang property ng real number. Ito ang closure property for addition. At sabi sa closure property for addition, if A and B are real numbers, then the sum C in A plus B is equal to C is also a real number. Sabi dito, pag pinag-add daw natin ng A plus B, may sum na lalabas na C. At yung si C na yon is a real numbers daw siya. So, prove natin siya. Ito yung example natin. 1 plus 2 is equal to 3 is a real number. So, ang 1 natin ay A, ang 2 natin ay B, at ang 3 natin ay ang C. At alam naman natin na ang 3 is a real number. So, ayun yung example number 1. Number 2, 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. And 5 is a real number. So, si 2 ay A, si 3 ay B, and si C ay 5. And 5 is a real number. Next is 4 plus 5 is equal to 9. And 9 is a real number. So, proceed tayo sa pang number 2. Ang pang number 2 property ay closure property for multiplication. Closure property for multiplication. If A and B are real numbers, then the product C in A multiplied by B is equal to C. And C is also a real numbers. So, para malinawan, meron tayong example. At ito yung mga example natin. 2 multiplied by 5 is equal to 10. At ang 10 is a real number. So, second example, 3 multiplied by 4 is equal to 12. And 12 is a real number. 4 multiplied by 5 is equal to 20. And 20 is a real number. So, yung mga equal natin or yung mga product ay real number. So, dito naman tayo sa may number 3, associative property for addition. Sabi dito, if A, B, and C are real numbers, then A plus B plus C is equal to A plus B plus C. So, kung mapapansin nyo, nagkapalit C yung mga nasa loob ng parenthesis. Kanina A and B sa left side and dito sa right side ay B plus C. Example, 1 plus 2 plus 3 is equal lang siya sa may 1 plus 2 plus 3. Kung makikita nyo yung nasa loob ng example dito ay 1 plus 2 dun sa may sa left side and sa right side naman 2 plus 3. Nagkapalit yung groupings. Dito sa associative property, kahit magkapalit yung groupings ay siya pa rin. So, evaluate natin. So, nasa loob ng parenthesis sa left side is equal to 3 plus 3 is equal to 1, bring down 1, and nasa loob ng parenthesis sa right side ay 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. So, pag pinag-plus natin sila, is 6 is equal to 6. Next, number 4, associative property for multiplication. Associative property for multiplication. If A, B, and C are real numbers, then A multiplied by B multiplied by C is equal to A multiplied by B multiplied by C. So, nagkapalit ang kanilang groupings. So, para malinawan tayo, meron tayo example. Number 1. 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 4 is equal lang siya sa may 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 4. So, kung mapapansin nyo dito, nagkapalit yung nasa may parenthesis sa left side at sa right side. Sa left side, 2 multiplied by 3 at sa right side, 3 multiplied by 4. So, nagkapalit ang A and C. So, pero okay lang yan. Dito sa associative property, ang kanilang groupings ay hindi maapektuhan yung magiging product nung numbers, ng mga numbers. So, evaluate natin sila. 2 multiplied by 3 is equal to 6 multiplied by 4 is equal to, bring down to, 3 multiplied by 4 is equal to 12. So, pag sinimplify natin tong mga to, is 6 multiplied by 4 is equal to 24 and is equal to 2 multiplied by 12 is equal to 24. So, 24 is equal to 24. So, the associative property states that grouping of the numbers does not affect the sum or the product of the number. So, tulad nga nasabi ko kanina, ang kanilang groupings ay hindi maapektuhan yung magiging sum or product. Para malinawan tayo dito sa addition, kanina 1 plus 2 plus 3 is equal lang siya sa may 1 plus 2 plus 3. So, pag in-evaluate, 3 plus 3 is equal to 1 plus 5. So, pag sinimplify natin siya, is 6 is equal to 6. Dito naman tayo sa multiplication. 2 times 3 times 4 is equal lang siya sa may 2 times 3 times 4. So, pag in-evaluate natin siya, yun nasa mga parenthesis, i-multiply natin una, at i-bring down natin yung mga hindi i-multiply muna. So, 2 times 3 is equal to 6, bring down 4 is equal to 2, bring down na lang natin si 2, and 3 times 4 is equal to 12. So, pag pinag-multiply natin itong sa left side at sa right side, ay is equal lang siya sa may 24. So, dito tayo sa pang 5. Commutative property for addition. Commutative property for addition. If A and B are real numbers, then A plus B is equal lang siya sa may B plus A. Example, para mas malinawan tayo, 3 plus 4 is equal lang siya sa may 4 plus 3. Kung mapapansin, nagkabaliktad lang yung A and B. And dito sa example, nagkabaliktad si 4 and 3. Dito, kahit magkabaliktad sila ng order, okay lang. Pag pinag-plus natin, 7 is equal to 7. So, another example, 4 plus 5 is equal lang siya sa may 5 plus 4. So, pag pinag-plus, is equal to 9. Pang 6. Commutative property for multiplication. If A and B are real numbers, then A multiplied by B is equal lang siya sa may B multiplied by A. So, nagkapalit lang ng order. So, ito ang ating example. 3 multiplied by 4 is equal lang siya sa may 4 multiplied by 3. Nagkapalit ang order na 3, 4, 2, 4, 3. So, 3 times 4 is equal to 12 and 4 times 3 is equal to 12. So, another example, 4 times 5 times is equal to 5 times 4. So, pag in-evaluate, 20 is equal to 20. So, ayan ang ating commutative property for multiplication. The commutative property states that the order is in which real numbers are added or multiplied does not change the sum or the product. Tulad nga nasabi ko kanina, ang order ng mga number ay hindi niya maapektuhan. Basta pinag-plus or pinag-add natin sa commutative property, ay same pa rin yung lalabas. Kasi hindi maapektuhan ng order yung magiging sum or product. So, sa addition, 4 plus 5 is equal lang siya sa may 5 plus 4. So, 9 is equal to 9. Sa multiplication, 6 times 7 is equal lang siya sa may 7 times 6. So, parehas lang kasi silang 42 is equal to 42. Number 7, distributive property. So, sa distributive property, ito yung sinasabi niya. If A, B, and C are real numbers, then A plus B plus C is equal lang siya sa may A times C plus B times C. So, another. C multiplied by A plus B. So, is equal lang siya sa may C times A plus C times B. So, equal lang daw yan dalawang yan dito sa distributive property. Mukha lang siyang mahirap, pero bibigay tayo ng example para mas maliwanagan tayo. Parang dinidistribute lang natin si C sa A plus B. So, ito ang example natin. For example, meron tayong 2 plus 3 times 4. Pag dinistribute natin siya, 2 multiplied by 4 plus 3 multiplied by 3. So, na-distribute lang si 4 sa 2 plus 3. So, pag in-evaluate natin yan, 5 times 4 is equal lang siya sa may 8 plus 12. So, 5 multiplied by 4 is equal to 8 plus 12. 20 is equal to 20. So, another example, 5 multiplied by 3 plus 4. So, pag dinidistribute, 5 times 3 plus 5 times 4. So, pag pag in-evaluate natin siya, 5 times 7 plus 15 plus 12. So, pag sinimplify pa natin to, is sa left side, makukuha natin yung 5 times 7 is equal to 35. Sa right side naman, 15 plus 20 is equal to 35. So, 35 is equal to 35. Number 8, identity property for addition. Identity property for addition, if A is a real number, then A plus 0 is equal to A. And 0 plus A is equal to A. Dito, pag sinabi natin identity, kunyari may original number ka at mag-iisip ka ng ibang number, kailangan yung lalabas pa rin yung original number mo. So, sa identity property for addition muna to. Mamaya, mas papalinawin natin siya para mas hindi tayo naguguluhan. Kasi pag binabasa natin, mukha siyang confusing. Pero pag nagbigay tayo ng example, magigets natin siya. So, yung 0 daw is the additive identity element of addition. Si 0 ang additive element ng addition. Tandaan po natin yan. The sum of a real number and 0 is a real element. Example, para mas malinawan tayo. 10 plus 0 is equal to 10. Ang 10 yung original number natin at yung 0 yung additive identity. Pag pinilas natin si 0 sa 10, is equal lang siya sa may 10. Kahit anong ipag-add natin sa 0, ang lalabas pa rin is yung original number natin na gusto nating palabasin. So, yun lang. Sa identity for addition, 0 ang laging pinag-add natin sa number. So, dito naman, 0 plus 10 is equal to 10. Diba? Sabi ko nga, kahit anong number ang i-add natin sa 0, ang lalabas pa rin yung pinang-add mo. Yung 10. Ganun lang siya. Madali lang siya. Kumbaga, nakaka-confuse lang siya pag binabasa. At dito naman tayo sa identity property for multiplication. Identity property for multiplication. In the set of real number, there exists a unique one such that A multiplied 1 multiplied by A is equal to A, and A multiplied by 1 is equal to A. For any A is a element of a real number. The product of any real number and 1 is a real element. So, sabi dito, kung magmumultiply daw tayo sa A, at gusto pa rin natin siyang palabasin, kailangan i-multiply natin siya ng 1. So, let's say, for example, 3 multiplied by 1 is equal to 3. So, ang gusto natin dito is ma-identity yung 3. So, parang magaya. So, i-multiply lang natin si 3 ng 1 para ang product niya pa rin ay 3. So, dito kahit anong i-multiply na natin na number, pag gusto natin makuha yung original number ulit, is i-multiply lang natin siya ng 1. Kasi any number multiplied by 1 is equal sa original na number. So, dito ang original na number natin is yung 3. Minultiply natin siya ng 1 para makuha natin ulit si 3. So, ganun lang siya kadali ang identity property for multiplication. So, another example, 1 multiplied by 3 is equal lang siya sa may 3. So, dito, minultiply natin si 3 ng 1. So, ang product pa rin ay 3. Kasi, 1 is called the multiplicative identity element for multiplication. So, kanina, yung nakuha natin sa may addition is para maging identity ulit siya, kailangan natin i-add ng 0. Dito naman sa multiplication, ang identity ay 1. So, tandaan natin yan. So, dito naman tayo sa may number 10, inverse property for addition. Inverse property for addition. If A is a real number, then there exists a unique real number, negative A, such that A plus negative A is equal to 0, and negative A is the additive inverse of A, and A is the additive inverse of negative A. So, dito, kung meron tayong positive A, ang kanyang inverse ay negative A para maging 0 siya. So, dito, ang goal natin is maging sum ay 0. So, example, positive 9, ang kanyang inverse ay negative 9. So, positive 9 plus negative 9 is equal lang siya sa may 0. So, napalabas natin si 0. Ang goal natin dito sa for addition, kailangan mapalabas natin yung 0. So, dito sa inverse property for addition, kailangan mo lang mag-isip ng kabaliktaran ng isang number. Like, for example, meron kang positive 10. At ang inverse ng 10, ang inverse ng positive 10 is negative 10. So, let's proceed to number 11. So, last, inverse property for multiplication. Inverse property for multiplication. Sabi dito, if A is a real number, then there exists another real number 1 over A such that A multiplied by 1 over A is equal to 1. At ang goal natin dito is maging 1 siya. So, kahit anong, kunyari may original tayong number at pag minultiply natin yung number na iniisip natin, dapat equal lang siya sa may 1. So, kailangan natin talagang mag-isip. Pero, madali lang ito. Mukha lang siyang confusing pag binabasa natin siya. So, 1 over A is the multiplicative inverse of A over 1. And A is the multiplicative inverse of 1 over A. So, nakakalito nga siya pag binabasa, di ba? So, magbigay tayo ng example para mas malinawan tayo. Example, 5 multiplied by 1 over 5 is equal to 1. Dito, ang pinaka-original natin dito yung A natin is yung 5. At multiply natin siya sa 1 over A. At yung A natin, tulad nga nasabi ko kanina, is yung 5. So, pag pinag-multiply natin, is equal lang siya sa 1. Dito, ang technique dito, for example, is may number tayo na 10. At para maging 1 siya, is yung 10 na yun magiging A at i-multiply natin siya sa may 1 over A. At yung 1, ang numerator at yung denominator yung A. So, ang A natin doon is 10. So, 10 multiplied by 1 over 10 is equal lang siya sa may 1. So, ganun lang kadali ito. At wag lang tayo magpapalito dito. At lagi nating tandaan, kunyari meron tayong isang whole number, ayun yung A natin. At pag gusto natin siyang i-inverse, i-multiply lang natin siya sa 1 over A. And that's all. Sana may natutunan tayo kahit papaano. At naghanda ako ng quiz at sabay-sabay natin itong sasagutan para mas lalo natin maintindihan kung ano nga ba ang properties of real number. So that's all. Thank you for listening. Again, I'm Carlos Dinay Aquino from BSED Math 3B.